Well, I hope I'm a little late, but I apologize for that. Trying to find out what I got. I spelled artificial wrong. I ain't changing it. Trying to work on my phone. I'm going to get it all set up for you. I'm sorry I'm late because I've been working on this thing. Let's see here. I got to make sure I'm online. Okay. Okay, it says I'm live. Turn on the live thing and just say, I gotta make sure I'm online. Okay, I'm online. I can read my side chat. Now let me go set up something else. I'm gonna get tired of this on the lap, I'm afraid. But who knows? Put this over the center. Hey, that's better already. People, what we're going to talk about this evening is artificial intelligence. Is there any job out there that artificial intelligence cannot do? Okay. A friend of mine brought this to my attention the other day that we are getting so advanced. Let's see, last time people don't like to look at that. Pop them up so it won't be glaring. They don't like the idea that artificial intelligence is actually just taking over. They are literally taking over the world. And humans are just sitting there being lazy enough to let them. I mean, they're going to have automatic cars. They're going to have, let's see, automatic trucking. I'm going to move this phone. You watch. It's the computer. You watch. And I'm hoping it's going to pick up my voice from where I'm going to move it to. So hang on. Give it the old man a break. I'm going to drag his. Let me see if that'll work. Okay. Put it up a little bit. Let's see if I can recline back here and you see me. Okay, let's put it down a little bit. Okay. Since ain't nobody on it, it ain't gonna bother nobody. Well, let me see here. Got my Whoppers, got my pop, got my leftover supper milk, and my phone's charging. I got a tripod maker, and my grandkids are hanging on the wall. Let me see if I can hear you. Oh, come on. And my phone's charging. Got a tripod maker. And my grandkids are hanging on the wall. All right. Let me see if I can hear you. Okay, now I can hear you. Come on. Okay, artificial intelligence. Is there any reason why it cannot do it all? Come on, don't bounce. I don't believe it can. I believe it could be a surgeon. I think it'd probably get better health care if you're in an old folks' home and you wouldn't have. I think it could be a better chef than the chefs that they've got out there. I don't think it would mess up on a recipe, this, that, and the other. I don't know where even. I don't even believe where it needs supervision. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, we got a lot of automated stuff on my job, but man, when it messes up, and all this stuff." Well, they're going to fix that with that. What do they call that one? Where it's super. Somebody help me out there on the channel. Anomalies. Not maybe that ain't what I call it. It's something like that where it just fixes itself. It grows in intelligence every 10 seconds. I mean, it doubles in intelligence. Now, my brain don't work that fast. But you stop and think about it. Nowadays, there is a lot of things out there. I'm doing this video basically for 2 or 3 reasons. I want to get this camera, instead of using my phone all the time or one of my cameras, I'm going to start using my laptops again. I've got this little camera that'll pop on anything. I've got 2 or 3 webcams, but I sort of like this one. It's got a speaker on it. My voice analyzer doesn't work on it because of the camera, but that's all right. I can cancel that out. Let's see what else it's got. I mean, I didn't pay much for it. I mean, I will say this. If you don't pay much for something, you don't want to expect too much out of it. I'm going to close off this other program so it can look a little smarter. There we go. Oh, we lost me. There we are. Oh, that ain't getting it. Okay, I'm going up here trying to close this other deal out. And I've closed it. Come on. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, let's go. And now, it'll close and pop back up, maybe. Unless I didn't want to close it at all. I don't know. It's going to take a while. But anyway, I'm quit messing with things. My hand's itching. I ain't got nobody watching me. I apologize again. I thought it was going to be on 3:30. Well, it's all close to 4, a little after 4. I'm 10 minutes there. But artificial intelligence, who's working with robots in their job today? You think a defense lawyer could be a better defense lawyer if he was a robot than he would be a human? Do you think a doctor would be a better doctor being a robot than a human? Do you think a chef would be a better chef as being a robot versus a live chef in your home? Are you cooking it yourself? Like say you type in diabetic, okay, and I'm wanting some kind of food that tastes good, and I'm a diabetic. It probably could pop up 50, 60 recipes that you got to pick from. Okay, that's probably more than you know what to cook, being a diabetic. So, and that aspect, it keep you even healthier. I know people's going to get reaching me out there because let me see if I can see it. My sidebar's working. We're talking about artificial intelligence, or AI. Or AI. They said that'll even come up. Okay, I've got it up there. So I guess I'm all right. I guess it's a boring subject for a lot of people. There's not going to be more truck drivers. UPS. It's going to get delivered by drones. Post offices. They're going to have no carriers anymore. Just think about all the things that could change. Okay, well, we're going to have unemployment. We're going to have like 90% unemployment. 90%. And they're going to be put, I'll keep bouncing that computer. They're going to be put basically on a ration of money a day, and that's going to be it. I mean, you'll live like everybody on Social Security or something. You'll have a state check, state food stamp, state whatever, and that's going to be the extent of your life there. Okay. Oh, they can't take my job. I'm a nurse. No, they can take your job. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of changes. Just so many changes that it's going to be unreal. And guess what? Some people are willing and stuff to have them changes done. Now, there's a lot of rich people. I heard there was a man going to live and move to Mars because he don't want AI in his country. Well, I hate to tell you this: everything's going to be AI. You're slowly getting to be extinct. You're gone. But hey, a lot of people, like old people in nursing homes, I'd rather have a robot taking care of me. I mean, it would put cotton in my mouth and slap me or whatever. I'll just push a button. I need to be changed. Well, it can go to work on it, you know. Like I'm going to welcome the other person sitting here watching me. I've been doing a lot of, well, hi. Rub out one rose. Rosie. Well, it's just the idea, art. I think art could be very well produced by artificial intelligence. I mean, hell, if an elephant can paint over there in the Indies or a monkey can paint in the damn zoo, what's wrong with a robot painting? I think at one time now, artificial intelligence will see man as a problem, just as a major problem. And that's what's going to happen. I mean, it's going to say, oh, we don't need this parasite on Earth. Well, guess what? It's going to start trying to exterminate us. Oh, really? Yeah, it's going to get rid of us. We ain't nothing but trouble. That's all we are, is nothing but trouble. Homeless, it'd be rampant. I mean, it would be rampant. They'll probably put you in a FEMA camp, work camps, some kind of, how would you like to have a robot taking care of your drug needs and stuff like that? Hey, you're a prostitute. Your pimp is a robot. Damn bad. Of course, they'll have robots for sex. You know, the things is changing. In the next 3 to 5 years, a lot of your driving jobs will be eliminated. Taxi, that car that they drive all the time, individuals drive to go pick you up, that'll be eliminated. Trucking is going to be slim to none. Taxis, I already said that where they come and get you from your house, or whatever, that's all going to be eliminated. It'll be more like a railway deal, but they'll have individuals. All your packages will be delivered by drones. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be delivered all by drones. Yeah, that's what happens with all that stuff. Now, who's going to be benefiting? Probably the very rich or the very capable of writing programs. And even if they get intelligence enough down pat, they'll write their own programs. Yeah. They'll take over. All they're going to have to put in them is feeling, sensing, smell, sight, scanning the area. It's going to have to put in a bunch of little other things, but I think it'll work out. I'm hoping I get some people subbing the channel. I like a few more people. Trying to get up to that 1,000 mark. I've been on this like 10 years. I ain't got the 1,000 mark yet. But it'd be nice to. Let's see. Only got one person watching. And but like I'm saying, I keep touching that dang table. People nowadays, they are so used to just having something done for them, or punch a few buttons and it's done. I mean, there's no. Why would you want to change your own tire when you just something comes out and changes it yourself? They've already got vacuum cleaners that you turn it loose in your house, and in 10 minutes it learns your house layout and just vacuums up. When it gets low on charge, it goes back. It even dumps in a basket, cleans its own self up. A lawnmower does the same thing. They've got artificial intelligent lawnmowers just doing the same thing. I mean, my theory behind a lot of this stuff is I'd like people to type on the sidebar, tell me a job that they cannot do. And I sit here and thought, other than produce eggs and sperm. After they produce an egg and a sperm, it could take over from there. You could grow it in a test tube. But I think there's only two things. I think, one on each male or female that it basically couldn't do. I think it could do everything else. I don't know what it's going to be doing in the future. Just have not a clue. But I know some people say it'll only be better, but would it be? I don't know. Would it be? Something that's telling you you can't do that, this, that, and the other, and it just won't open a door for you, or it says, "Oh, you're diabetic." Well, it won't. You go up there and it scans your forehead, your eyes, and everything else. It says, "Oh, you're diabetic. I'm not giving you a soda pop. You can have water. You can have other drinks. My name off 4 or 5, and you can have it." The damn Coke machine decided that you couldn't have it. You know what I'm saying? And if it scans your bracelets, I got health bracelets. If it scans your health bracelet and says, oh, you're lactose intolerant, you can't have milk, you can't have cheese, you can't have none of that. It is going to give you, it'll make you a sandwich, but it's going to leave off. If you want gluten-free, it's going to make your sandwich gluten-free. If you're allergic to cheeses and milk and lactose intolerant, it ain't going to put it on there. Just ain't going to get it. It's going to say no. Select another menu, please. I mean, they're going to take over every living aspect of your entire life. You know, every living aspect. Now, are you better off or worse? I've heard people say in some aspects you'll be a lot better off. And I've heard people say in other aspects, not so much. I mean, what kind of job do you do that you couldn't take over? Okay, let's say you don't work. Okay, you get assistance, or you make videos. Don't you think artificial intelligence couldn't take over YouTube? Oh, wow, what are you going to start donating money to them, or put up an Etsy store or Amazon store or whatever for the robot? You know what I'm saying? They are going to take over. It's just a matter of when. I heard sometimes somebody said if you live 50 more years that you'll never die. They're just going to download you in a circuit board or into an artificial intelligence. Well, I wish they'd speed that shit up. If they can do that in the next 5 years, I'd be happy. This old bone's hurt. But eat me a Whopper. I didn't check my sugar level today. And that's another thing. They just walk up and scan you. They'd probably just walk up and scan you, arm or whatever, because they got machines now just pretty well you don't have to take blood. And then all of a sudden it just shuts down all the candy jars, all the cookie jars and every damn thing in the house. You know, you can't, it's going to serve you. Be like automatic feeders for a hog, you know, or chickens. That's what it's going to end up, automatic feeders for us. They're not carnivorous, so they're not going to eat us, maybe. Maybe we'd be like that show they use us for a battery. Yeah. Who knows? We're pretty good about staying at 98.6. Yeah, they might give us a fever just so we up with that, give us a virus or something that they can handle, so they up our fever when they got low on battery power. When that's up to 101, 102, 105 blow us out. They just chunk us over in that liquid shit and make another one. Give me a spy. It'll be like that show. What's the name of that show? The Metrics. That's what it was. It's going to be like the Metrics. Well, I only got one person out there. Let's see. I'm going to go see if I can sub their channel. Go to their channel. We got 86 people. I'll sub them. I'm going to sub everybody gets on this. What do I care? I watch so much video anyway. I give me an artificial intelligence to scan it. What's a good video? What's a bad video? Well, I'm not getting very much deal on my artificial intelligence. That's nothing. See, a computer could keep you company. It's like Amazon or that other one, Google. Google, turn on TV. Google, turn on radio. You're going to start driving down the road, and you program it says turn right, turn left. Most people turn right or left. They don't even look where they're going. They just go ahead and turn. What do you people think about artificial intelligence out there? You buy a television, or you buy a radio, or you buy the phones, and it's already outdated 3 times fast time it gets out there. You buy it, and less than 30 days later, oh, the new model's out. Wait 6 months and 4 of them went by. And now you're old and you paid $1,000 for it and that's old. It's a piece of shit. And then you buy upgrades. I don't know why they just don't start buying upgrades for phones. You know, that's another thing. I always thought they should insure the driver, not the vehicle. If the driver's insured, he can drive any vehicle he crawls into. I ain't saying you shouldn't tag one or this, that, and the other. And they can have their own insurance on them. But it's your driver that moves that vehicle that's more apt to have an accident than the vehicle just sitting there in case a tree falls on it or something like that. Then you got to go to homeowners or whatever. That's why I said there'll be artificial intelligent lawyers. There'll be judges. How about you like to be treated, judged by your peers when there are 12 computers out there? 12 little robots out there. But I'm going to judge you. You know, where are we going with this? You'd be strictly judged on the facts. No emotions would be involved. I mean, they could put a 3-year-old in the electric chair as well as a 90-year-old. Well, illegal ejection, I think it's what. But you think about it. They have no other than emotions that they're programmed into them. You know, if they're really going to work on the facts and the law, well, that's what you're going to get. That's why a lot of people would rather have a judge judge them than the 12 peers, because the judge is supposed to go on just facts alone and the law, but they get their own emotions tied up in that crap. Like I said, it's a long ways from where we got to be, where we're going. Yeah, I guess I could invite people. We get a bunch of people on there and start arguing with me. A friend of mine sent me 3 or 4 videos in the last 2 or 3 days, and it opened my eyes up. Now, I've been a prepper for years and years and years. And I stay prepped up, and this, that, and the other, and looking for the, in case something happened. But I never would have thought that artificial intelligence would be my downfall. I always look for a nuclear bomb, EMP, caldera in Yellowstone blowing up, something, But no, I'm getting to where I'm thinking, well, wait a minute. Artificial, it'd be like a Planet of the Apes. You move the monkeys out of there and put robots in it. We'd be like them little naked creatures running through the cornfield. I mean, that's what we'd end up being. We'd just be we'd be a scourge on the planet, just a scourge. How come we're a scourge? Well, because AI think you can run it better, and they can. Think about it, they can. I want to talk to a real person. Well, you've got a 3-hour and 45-minute wait nowadays. Can you imagine when AI completely takes over and you've got no one to talk to? I want to talk to your supervisor. Okay, we'll give you model 7437999. It's been programmed to make judgments on your blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, we'll give you a supervisor. It's just another computer. You know what I'm saying? We are in, I think they'll eventually do away with individual housing. It's because the computer says it's cheaper to house them all in one centralized area or whatever than it is to each one of them having individual homes. And that'll be we will actually be run and governed and dictated to by a machine that we invented. And then we'll take a machine and it's going to multiply and triple singularity. Flies are not dead yet. The summer's paint over with. But that's what's going to happen to us. We've had a lot of things. Go back to 1930. 30 on. I can talk a little bit about that. Man, we have things changed and changed and rechanged and rechanged. And sonar, radar, television, all this stuff. Didn't even have Social Security, didn't even have welfare back in 30. And I think it was inverted in 36. Had Social Security. You can Google it if you don't believe me, but it's back in there somewhere. Oh, I got a bunch of people. Let me see how many. Oh, hello. Hello, Juice. Yeah, you're probably right. Wait a minute to read some of this. Funny. How they downloaded a chip into a human. See, that's the other upgrade. At your fingertips, you've got everything Wikipedia's got. Everything's Google's got by just a thought. And there's not going to be no need for education. Well, I need a teacher when there or something else when you just download, well, I want to be astrophysicist or something. They just download the program. Yep, that's what you do. Download the program. Well, that's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be hard to. Well, I tell you what, if they loaded this up with a computer, it would be our own battery. We'd be like the Baghdad battery. We could make our own energy. That's what they do with a. Sometimes I think they do it with a artificial heart or a defibrillator or a train. What do they call that stuff? Pacemaker. Yeah, they can make a battery where it stays at a certain. It'll make its own energy. We're great for making our own energy. I guess we lost that first guy. I've been watching a lot of that EI stuff. Kind of stuff. I've been around since the 80s. Well, that's good. I mean, look at the cars nowadays they got versus the cars that they had in 1930. Look at the motorcycles they had now that they I think they started having in the 1930s at the Second World War. Yeah, they do motorcycles coming out there. But I mean, look at the vehicles they've got. But trouble of it is, they say in 10 years they won't even have a steering wheel in it. They will need no interaction from the human other than your destination place. That's what they'll say. And you'll say, you could say home. Work will be out of the question, so they don't sense saying work, but you can say home. Shopping, out of question. Everything will be delivered to you. Be like Walmart today or any of them other stores, they would deliver. UPS driver. Oh, ain't gonna be no UPS. They'll have the company maybe, but it'll have artificial intelligence delivering to that to your door. Well, they probably will get to Mars. I can see there's an intelligent guy, a rich guy, a billionaire, not a millionaire, but a few times over a billionaire. He's already building a rocket ship to take him to, I believe it's Mars or Venus. I think it's Mars. And he's going to live on Mars. He's trying to get away from AI. Well, you can't get away from AI. That's the sad part. You cannot get away from AI. Because we have got to depend on it too much now. You take 86 years ago, or 100 years ago, let's just say. But the last 86, I sort of remember, we didn't have the things we got today. Did people miss them? No, they never missed them because they didn't have them. Well, now, what's going to happen? Oh, do you mean somebody comes by? They're not going to be delivering mail to your house. They'll program it into your center, either at home or in your mind itself, like emails. You go to a store right now, and they want your email. Do you have an email address? I always tell them no. I don't get crowded up much emails. And but that's what they want. They want your email address plus your mailing address. But they really don't. It costs them money to mail you a letter. It costs them hardly little or nothing to send you an email. And that's I go to Harbor Freight a lot, and they're always asking, "You want?" We send coupons over the email. Maybe I don't know what you have to do because you'd have to print them off. I said, well, why can't you just send it to your phone? I'll check my emails and then say, oh, you sent me this. And then, oh, yeah, we can do that. And open the email and show it's 25% off on or 50% off or half price or whatever, as long as it's sent to your email. I went to Harbor Freight the other day, me and my son. I left my magazine at home. I think it's over here. Let me go back here. Hello, my world of OKC. But like I said, I left my coupon book, and I thought, well, I'll reach right there to get one, underneath the counter there. And she said, oh, that's only for approved customers. I said, well, I'm an approved customer. You said, well, we want just like it every month. She said, okay, but why did you leave it at home? Not so much this week. I've been working on my computer, my webcam, and I've been doing that kind of stuff. I am going to start, though, since I got my computer working, instead of having to hold my phone over or something like that. I want this. I think I can put this webcam in a lot better spaces and a lot better spots than I can my phone. And that way I'd like to keep, using my phone. Here I just got it on the camera on, and I'm reading the side deal on here. You can split it within my poor white side. I have to get up and look at it. I've seen some of you got an Etsy store and some stuff, which is great. That's what I'm getting at. A lot of that stuff will be taken care of, it's just like when you put something on for sale or whatever, it's just there and done electronically. You know what I'm saying? And then if it sells from your Etsy store or your Amazon or whatever, it's just you package it up or whatever gets over it. We are reaching out more now than we ever have. Well, that's good. Like I said, I don't. Only way I use like eBay, Amazon, or Etsy stores, I get my kids to buy it because I don't want my debit card or my number or check numbers or whatever sit out there. I always let them do it for me. I don't want somebody just taking my debit card and running wild with it. My son said, Dad, I'm going to get you a Walmart card. You put on what you want to buy off the Walmart card and give them numbers. I said, okay. No, not really. Cholesterol, no. Not really. I take a cholesterol pill. My blood pressure has been a little high. Well, I tell him I said hi, hello to him. My son said hi too. Well, like I said, I don't know what the future's going to bring, but I do know, let's say if you guys out there live to your 85, 86, 87 years old, they say in the next 50, 60 years, there's no need for dying because they'll have it already fixed up where you ain't going to be able to die. You know, the Bible says they'll go to the mountains and pray for the mountains to fall on them because they already achieved immortality and others that can't die. I don't know why they would be going to the mountains to pray. They probably have enough life, I guess. You too, my world, and I can see you have a great evening too. Well, like I said, I just thought that I'd throw that out there because he's pretty worked up about the artificial intelligence because it's going to take over his job, and he's into computers. You know what I'm saying? That is for people that really ain't. Takes me 10 minutes to figure out this thing. It'll take 10 minutes. Yeah, well, I wouldn't doubt the next ice age. They say that the Yellowstone National Park erupts every 365,000 years, and it's 100 and some odd thousand years overdue. So stop, think about that. It's overdue of blowing up. Well, that's going to put a crank in a lot of people. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't doubt the Ice Age coming. I believe in that. And I told the preacher one time, Pentecostal preacher, that the earth has already been destroyed 7 times, and I counted up in the book of Job. He said, oh, really? I said, well, you have to understand what you're reading. Said it covered the earth with turned on the earth, it turned water into stone. Well, that's ice. Covered it up with ice. Oh, is that what it means? Well, yeah, I mean, but how else would you turn water into stone? You make ice out of it. He says, that's what my icebreaker does. What is the biggest thing that you would miss if artificial intelligence completely took over? I'm just curious. What would be the biggest thing you'd miss? Making your own decisions? That'd be mine. But if I can't make my own decisions, what the hell am I? Am I a potted plant? According probably to the AI, I would probably be a potted plant. Have to feed and water me. Well, there's a lot of things that ain't going to exist when they take over. They're going to make everything artificial. You ain't going to have real eggs. It's going to be artificial eggs, artificial meat, grown in a petri dish. They've already got a hamburger. It's cheaper to grow it in a petri dish than it is to grow it on the hook. Now, how much of that do you want to eat? And they're going to introduce it in McDonald's. How about that? McDonald's is going to have the first artificial meat. Yeah. I don't know about safe or anything else. I'm just saying this. I don't want to get my milk from a few molecules or a few ingredients stirred together. I'd rather have it come straight from the cow. The same way with my cheese. They make artificial cheese. It's made out of oil. They make margarine, butter. They started that in World War II because they didn't have no butter. I don't know if it'd be much more helpful or not without AI, but we're on the roll now that we ain't going to be able to stop. It's just like global warming. We'd have to repair the ozone layer. The only way to repair the ozone layer is basically gold flakes and let it loose in the atmosphere, and it will reflect the UV rays back out in space. Now, who's going to give up all their gold rings and stuff and gold to repair big holes in our atmosphere? Mankind's greedy. Oh, you give your gold up, I ain't giving mine. Gold is one of the best conductors there is. They can make it like a powder form and send it up there. And it don't take a lot because you can beat out I don't know how many, an ounce of gold go 2.5, 3 miles, something like that. You know, non-driving cars, I agree with you 100%. I already seen them working. And trucks. Yeah. They're gonna. What's they're gonna do away with? They're gonna do away with the gasoline engine. When they do away with the gasoline engine, it's gonna be electric cars. Oh, they're not gonna be a. You can. AI is gonna take over the electric car. You see what I'm saying? And you want. Oh, well, they take. They gonna make no more electric cars. Well, they gonna give you no more gasoline. Why would you need gas? You know, it's a dangerous product. So therefore, you can't get gas for your car, your steering wheel car. Yeah, there's a lot of them runs on electricity. I keep up with what's the latest stuff out there. It's the same way within planes landing and that they had a disease on them. And I'm going to tell you what, they didn't have contagious measles. Yeah, something serious, more serious. The government could hide so much from us. They act like we're little children and we cannot understand it or take it. You know, we don't know how to deal with it. You would not want to know, well, less than 1,000 miles of space, a meteorite's going to come by. Well, we find out 3 days later because it didn't hit. You know, unless you got spotters out there on your YouTube and other channels that there's like I call spotters or hunters or watchers for you. They'll send you an email and say, "Hey, heads up." You know what I'm saying? And that's where I get a lot of my information. I was not aware that AI was so far advanced as it is today without a friend of mine sending me the information and sending me the information on my YouTube where to go get it and go look at what is being invented. Not just taking his word for it. He backs his stuff up. And 99% of the watchers are the other people. My back is killing. My hips have been so bad today. They are watching for you. And if you get on the right programs, global warming, earthquakes, all kinds of stuff, they'll send you an alert just like that. Boom. They have the people that's in their group, and boom, they'll send you an alert. Well, that's what he did on this AI. He sent me an alert because he said I would have never guessed it either. But AI is getting up there. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of things that's going to change, just completely change. There, you go to a place, cashiers, they're making you put your card in the pumps outside right now. You don't have to go in there and talk to that cashier. You see what I'm saying? If you just want gas, just slide your card in and be careful somebody didn't scan your card, but you can get gas on your card and just walk right straight on in without having to walk in there and do it. It's just deducted from your card. Well, they eventually do away with cards. They're going to. AI is getting so intelligent and so fast that it's going to have a 5-type thing check that's going to speed you right on through. They're going to issue you no bank card. Your employer's not going to issue you a check. None of that stuff's going to take place. It'll be fingerprints, eye retinas, ear shapes, the dimensions on your face and stuff. And it's going to say, "Oh, yeah, we know who you are. We're deducted from your account." It don't even weigh. It doesn't even care if you shaved or dyed your hair or any of that stuff. Now, your ears don't change. The eye retinas in your eyes don't change. Even if they get bloodshot, that don't mean there's points in your eyes that don't change. Your fingerprints, they're not changing. There's things in your facial features does not change. AI is going to pick up on that. So why in the world would you need a card that's got a bunch of numbers on it that they can take? Yeah. Well, a lot of people believe in Jesus Christ. A lot of people don't believe in Jesus Christ. I do. But even if he returns, you've got 1,000 years with Christ, as far as what you're preaching, where everything's taken care of you for you. Well, what was that? That could be AI's taking it for you. taken care of. You don't have to cook, worry about nothing. You'll be as little children. Got your man for no reason. Earth is never going to be destroyed. At least it's not going to be destroyed by man, not destroyed by God. But, I think what happens is AI takes over Earth and controls mankind, and that ain't what God intended. You know, God did not intend you to be controlled by anyone. He wanted you a free moral agent. Well, how in the world can you be a free moral agent if artificial intelligence is telling you what you can eat, what you can drink, where you can sit, where you can do anything? It's just like me. Okay. I go up to a soda fountain. I want a soda. I'm diabetic. Click, click. I keep hitting. I want Coke with a lot of sugar in it. I want Dr. Pepper with a lot of sugar in it. It might not even give me sugar free. You know, it might say, "Oh no, dude, you need water." You know, you put your hand on there, and it could probably test the elasticity in your hand to see if you're dehydrated and everything else. I mean, it might be won't even give you something to drink if you ain't dehydrated. I mean, there you go. We'll be like cattle or chickens. They'll just take over complete control over us. Yep, complete control over us. I think there's only going to be a few places on Earth that they're maybe in the Amazon or maybe up in the high Arctic or some places, high Andes. It's not going to be too accessible. AI will get up there before it's over. I mean, it's just one of those things. It's just something that you cannot plan on. I planned on earthquakes. I planned on hurricanes, tornadoes. I planned on fires. I planned on all these things. But I did not plan on AI, artificial intelligence, taking over. I did not plan on it. How in the hell could you plan on it? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to take a pay on my back. But how could you plan on it? I don't know how you could prepare for that. I mean, how could you prepare on things that it's going to triple and quadruple every let's say 10 days? It's going to learn. The singularity is going to learn so fast and so quickly when it becomes aware. When AI becomes aware of everything, it's going to just, the cogs will, I can just see them in my mind. Just click, 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 punch, click, 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 punch. And it's going to say, it's going to change everything that there is out there. And it's going to do it for its own benefit. When it realizes that it is an entity of itself and can make choices in this, that, and the other and change things, it's going to do it. Ain't ever mankind ever done that? You know, they want to be king. Well, they want to be king. I don't know. There's a lot of things you know and I don't know. But I do know that when things hit the fan, what are we going to do? Right now, okay, I'm going to go to the wilderness, blah, 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 blah. Well, the mankind ain't even thinking either. Let's say there's 100 million deer, but look how many, there's 7.3 billion people. You know, the only reason deer and cows, chickens, any of the turkeys, any of that thing, we have a breeding program. You know, if we did not use them for meat and this, that, and the other, there wouldn't be very many chickens. There wouldn't be very many cows. If AI took over and starts growing artificial stuff, you think these people are going to have, I got 1 million chickens out in my chicken houses? Got none, maybe 1 or 2 for genetic reproduction or something, or a petri dish. You know, they can have it. I'm just still watching. Well, like I don't know what people are going to do in the future. I really, really don't. But I do know that in my lifetime, things have changed and changed and changed and changed. So I don't even recognize, you know, I don't even recognize my own planet. You know, if you could have told people in my day and time that we're going to walk on the moon. Some people say we did, some people don't. But even the idea of walking on the moon, they thought you was crazy. Oh, we're going to have a space station. They still thought you was crazy. Why would you want to go up there in space and live when really we ain't made for living in space? Our digestive system don't, cassette, a whole bunch of stuff don't. But AI, it don't bother it if it's upside down or backwards or anything else. It ain't going to make no difference to it. It's got its own complete gyro system inside. It just set itself up right, you know, or whatever it thinks right is. You know what I'm saying? Mankind is made for this planet. We're not made for space. Yeah. I hate to tell that guy's going to go live on Mars. We ain't made for Mars. I don't care if there's been prehistoric life ever lived on Mars. Well, that'd have to be, I don't know, 100, 400 million years ago or better. These bodies that we're living in now are not made for space. You know, just try to set one out without a spacesuit and see how fast it collapses. So, you didn't see that arm collapsing, you know, that pulls that other thing in because it's AI. You know, it ain't going to collapse, it's there. Hello, Irene. Tell me that ain't a movie set? I don't know. I mean, I'm just telling you, you know, what I know from experience, for living from a long time. Hi, Andrew. Things have changed. You take 60, 70, 80 years ago, things were not like they were today. I mean, you know, barely planes were coming on the market. Hell, they wasn't worth a damn. Let me read something. Oh, I'm doing fine. I'm just doing a little bit of crafting and stuff, trying to stay busy, keep my mind occupied until it's time to go camping. I bought me a new camcorder, and I thought I'd make something on it. You know, a lot of handicapped, crippled people, I think, would get better care from artificial intelligence taking care of them than they would in a nursing home setting than the damn nursing home aides would do. I mean, you could have a person taking care of you would be classified as a doctor, physician, or whatever. You know, you're not just some layman girl that, oh, I worked in the nursing home for 20 years. I learned a little. But she's uneducated, probably 12th grade or less. Now, I'm not taking anything away from these people. I'm just saying an AI could have the disposal of the internet at their hands. Every surgery, every disease, everything. They walk in there, scan you up and down, and say, "Oh, your heart pressure, blah blah blah." I mean, come on. An aide comes in there, and the oil, he's not looks like he's not feeling good. You know, about turn them, give them a drink of water, whatever, blah 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 blah. But they're not qualified. I mean, hell, I've seen doctors that ain't qualified to take care of me. Well, I don't know. Like I said, it's going to change. Get ready for it. Mark it down in your calendars. This old man told you that it ain't going to be, it won't last another 50 years before it takes over. Okay, let's say you're 40, you'd be 90. I mean, completely take over. What about your kids, your grandkids? Your grandkids would probably be 35, and hell, it's been took over for 15 years. Oh, I don't know nothing about anything else. This is the way it is. You know, that's the way it is. You know, it's like that. What is that other damn show where they they was killing all the humans. And, so that everybody went and lived what they call sanctuary. I forget the name of the show. I'm just telling you wise to get smarter than what you are. And if you're not working, this, that, and the other, then you might not be like me. You could have plenty of time to research this crap. I've got my dog sitting outside. I give them their de-warning pills and this, that, and the other. And if they take effect, got to leave them out there 4 to 6 hours. One little thing. I'm reading the side. Google this and Google that. See what happens if they put that chip in there and we don't need Google no more. Just we'll have the old lobby hooked into a circuit board. Yeah. And it'll have even a camcorder and a voice satellite like our TVs. I swear to God, my TV, I bought one of the late smart televisions. And I swear that little bitty light at the bottom looks like that goddamn Android thing that walks across there on, what is the name of that? Xylon. It reminds me, that's what I call him, Xylon. Hello, Xylon. It'll start moving that light back and forth. You're watched by cameras everywhere, even in your own home. Your cell phones, your televisions. They have the power to turn this cell phone on, off, and even listen to conversations. Same way they do with smart televisions, and so on and so forth. You no longer own the programs in your computer. You used to buy, well, like I think they quit that in Windows 7. That now all the computers software are owned by Microsoft. You don't buy you buy a computer, but all the software belongs to them. And so therefore, if all of it belongs to them, they can turn it on, turn it off, whatever. They can ping these phones and tell you just exactly where you're going. They match it up with your credit card bill. Because it's got your credit card number on there, and they see what you bought, what you eat, everything about you. And they've done this for years. Area 51, okay. That's out there in that desert. In New Mexico, I believe. Up there about truth of consequences. Who would like to have a maid or a housekeeper, cook, all combined, blah, 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 that even done the grass, that vacuuming, cleaning, everything it does on your property? One of them. Because it don't get tired. It works 24 hours a day. Who would want one? Let's say you don't need a car no more because they'll send a vehicle to your door. You basically don't own your house anymore. It's owned in a co-op system where you worked for to be in that. It's sort of like that show, Living Offshore. You know, they call it offshore, and everybody fought to live offshore. And that's what they did. What would they do? Would you want one in your house? Would you want one coming in your house taking care of your laundry? I mean, you don't have to pay them. You've already bought the thing. You know, it's already, I mean, it's there and it's going to last. Hell, it's going to last 500 years. It only needs brought up to date every 100 years. Especially the menial tasks that you've got to do. Let's say it costs $500,000. Hell, let's say it costs $1 million. But you are going to get, money's not going to be the issue. It's going to be issued to you, let's say, to keep you more healthier, more alert, more everything. I'm just saying, would you want one in your house? Well, hell, everybody in this damn dog would want one. Like that song, Mama Needs a Live-In Maid. I think that's the name of that, whatever damn song it is. Yeah, I would like to, like right now. I mean, you know, of course, mankind's going to get weak because hell, he don't even have to walk. You know, he don't have to turn over in bed. Turn me over in the bed. The hip so on this side. Well, we'll get your robot to put your new hip implant in. I need two of them. But that's what I'm getting at. Who would among you want one that done everything for you? Juice, would you like to have one? Irene, would you like to have one? A robot in your house that completely took over. You don't have to do nothing. I know some days I get up and I don't feel good. I have to do a little housework or do a little dishwashing or whatever, which it makes me do things, makes me exercise. On the other hand, I probably wouldn't exercise. I tell my kids to leave the dishes out. If you wash your dishes, I won't get up and do it because I don't like dishes in the sink. But if somebody else did it for me, I say I'd just be sitting here on the internet complaining my hips hurt. That's what I'm saying. It's just, what do you want to put up with? Well, here we go. Rocket ship flying, huh? I ain't going on a damn rocket ship. And I ain't going to another planet like that rich guy is. He's a secured AI, he's leaving. He might have the right attitude. You would not need a bunch of dams, roads. You would need a whole bunch of things that mankind is. You could let trees grow up. You wouldn't need to cut them down for timber or wood or firewood or any other thing. Oh, what's that? Now let me fire real fast. That's it. I don't know what I'm going to do in the next 20, 30 years if I live that long. My granny, she lived till she was 104. Dad lived till he was 97. His grandmother lived till she was 118. Mom lived, she was 90, 94, 95. I mean, they all lived up to 100. So I got a few years to go. I might make that eternal life stuff. They give me a new body. I don't know where I'd accept. Would you accept saying, oh, we'll download you into this body that's going to last forever? And it's really going to exceed your life expectancy now. It's going to, let's say your life expectancy is 100 years. Well, the first battery is going to last 500 years. You know, would you think about it? Now, of course, you're going to give up the physical flesh of your body. You probably still have downloaded sensations like sex or food or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it'd just be a program that you put in. It wouldn't be nothing you would physically eat or whatever or do. You know, it's just, what would you do? That's the question. What would you do? And it's going to come to the point. A lot of people are going to accept it because they're going to pay them. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't going to accept is the people that's got a bunch of money. They're wanting to leave before the world turns into AI. They're building bunkers. You know, a lot of people that got the warning of the meteorite that went through, asteroid that went through. They already went and got their bunkers. They didn't notify nobody. They kept the shit last week. Wiped out half of the poor population. That might be a blessing. That what happened is crazy thing. That's small, isn't it? I like the hiccups and tired. I think my camera's going to work okay. I'm going to place some of this back when I get off of it. Let me see what I have to do this. Turn it off. Go back to my view. Let's see if everything's working. Am I still live? Yeah, I'm still live. What would you want to? What would be the first thing you'd want AI to take over your life? What is the first thing? I'd say bowel movements. I hate to go sit on that pot for 10 minutes waiting for food. Go poop for me, computer. Darn. I guess there ain't nobody but making comments out there. What's this stuff? I never did learn how to swipe people's names. I guess you have to pause it and go ahead and do it. Click save and move it over. Too much work. What if they decided at birth your grandchildren or your great grandchildren are going to be downloaded into a artificial body right at birth? Because there's no sense keeping an organic unit around, a carbon unit around. You see what I'm saying? Why had the whole body develop? Just the brain's all they need. The consciousness. You see what I'm saying? Why not cloning? Would they work faster? Because you're going to be doing the same damn thing, whatever that AI tells you to do, as a robot, you know. And this spelled out artificial. Oh well, whatever. Okay. I think there's something wrong with my deal. Let me see. Is everything working or AI took it over? There you go. Who knows? I'm going to take donations for a new body. How would you like that for a GoFundMe? I want a new body. I want to be frozen until they come into existence. I want you to pay for that liquid nitrogen. Yeah, people think I was nutter in hell. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Plain and simple. I wonder who else all else out there in the la-la world. Oh. Boiling water, silver bowl of water for stuff in the top. 10 top preppers mistakes. Man, all kinds of stuff. Polygraph test, wouldn't that be interesting? I think I can tell you any damn thing though. Just over here and see what they're doing. I see so many of these people whine and complain. It's unreal. I watch a lot of ancient stuff too. Like Atlantis, they claim Atlantis at one time was so far advanced. And a lot of these prior civilizations were so much advanced We think we are the head of the advancement on here on Earth, but there have been civilizations come and go, that we're not the number one on them. We're just not number one. We can't even figure out how they did it. That's the sad part. We can't figure out how they did it. We don't know how they put the rocks together to make them make and all the other stuff. We just can't figure it out. I don't know. I don't want to watch that. I'm sorry. I'm just playing with my phone. Playing with this little artificial intelligent thing. Yeah. I don't know why nobody wants to type, Juice. You're about the only one. Waiting for somebody else, I guess. I might pick up another subject this evening or tomorrow and come back on. I think AI is, people are really not in tune with what it's going to do. I think they need to do some studying, really. I was amazed when that guy sent me, a friend of mine sent me that stuff. I didn't think there was that far advanced. And I even own a drone that could hover around me and follow me along. So there you go. I quit watching a lot of people's videos. I keep up with the ones I like everybody else does. But if a person's going to stay in the same damn rut, then hey, how many videos are you watching? Cooking a hamburger or something. I'll put you some videos up how to make real stuff. Like using 3 ingredients to make blackberry cobbler or something. The number one thing is probably is going to hurt mankind the worst is something that they're not even planning. Pandemic, my plans for that before we got them CBC and shit for. So AI does make a lot of smart remarks. I mean, smarts about it. Yep. Something I never would have planned on. Well, the hell, artificial intelligence be the way to go. Not so much. Box is almost full. I'm glad. I've already had dinner. I had eggs, biscuits, and honey and bacon. I had a breakfast for supper. Should I video how to cook an egg over easy? Open a can of artificial biscuits and set them in there. Put my bacon on the microwave tray and set it in the microwave, push 6 minutes. People don't, I mean, yes, AI is taking that over, you know. Hey, you know, a long time ago, we had to get the skillet out and grease it up and put our bacon in it and flour and baking powders and a little bit of salt and everything, make our biscuits. Nah, hell, just open them up out of a can or tear them out of a package and it's frozen, just unthaw them. That's why I said people are getting lazy and me right along with them. Yeah, when it takes over, I think what people need to do now is they need to make videos on things that'll make your life easier or things that, you know, because they get to keep, somebody said did a deal where you got to keep it was a electric folder or something to put your papers and shit. Okay, well, okay, they're doing that, but I mean, I think there's more things out there that mankind needs to, or these stores need to break loose of, sending things that having practice with a big giant drone or something, one you could ride. I'd get on it. You sit in my house, I'd get on it. I might want to tie that sucker to the ground so it wouldn't get too high. About 30 foot be my fall. That'd be my falling limit, break every bone in my body. But I'd try a lot of things out. I would. I really would. I'd try out a whole bunch of different things. A friend of mine bought a damn deal to wash his butt on the toilet. I said, well, they've had bidets around for hundreds of years. Now they're getting to where they're going to do away with toilet paper and everything else. They're going to make you sanitation with water. Something they can clean up and send right back to you. I worked at water and wastewater plant for years. They said, and let's see, they were supposed to put the water back in production at the effluent back to the city and send it right back down to drink it again. How about that? You drinking your own poop water. I'll tell you one better than that. If you live in a localized spot for over 7 years, you drank your own urine 7 times, at least once a year. But the trouble of it is, look at the other people's urine you're drinking. We're drinking the same water that the dinosaurs drank. Think about that. It's just nature cleans it up. It runs to the ocean through all the sand and stuff and gets picked up in a hurricane or a rainstorm and comes right back to the mountains and drops again and runs it down again. It's got its own filtration system. But it's the same water the dinosaurs drank. Ham, breakfast, dinner. Yeah, that's what I eat. I made my own dinner. So I just get where I don't even want to go out somewhere. Oh, I'm shaking the damn thing back. Sorry, I apologize. I just don't like doing anything. Like I said, I'm going to get up here and pretty soon shut this off. Go get my pups. I'm looking to see if it's raining outside because they'll all be bawling and screaming. I don't see no rain dropping on anything. It's rained here and it's rained and it's rained and it's rained. We've had 6 inches in an hour and all kinds of crazy weather. See, AI'd fix all that. Okay, there's one in your yard. Get him, a black bear. Go get him. And make a nice coat. Or is it against law to kill one? I don't know. Tell me you had to kill it for your own protection. We had a black bear in Oklahoma once. When I've seen him my whole entire life, I've seen Black Panthers, but never a black bear. He got run over by a truck. See, AI wouldn't have run over it. It would have come pissing. It would have found a heat bill, its heat signature coming off of the road and then stopped. Because he could have scanned 300 yards in the woods for heat signatures. See? I'd be worth something. Oh, good Lord, I'm getting tired. I stayed up for 2 or 3 days there. I didn't go on a hangout, but I talked to a friend of mine for about, I don't know, 6 to 8 hours. We was talking about everything. That's where I get the AI, artificial intelligence, and they're taking over and everything else. And they sent me a bunch of links, and I watched a bunch of videos the last 2 days. It's just, it's mind-boggling. I mean, and I looked for, I came up when there wasn't no radar, sonar, microwaves, televisions, cell phones. I mean, you had to, all that. I came up in that kind of era where there wasn't none of that, and I just seen it boom, 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 and I haven't seen it stop. I don't even see it slow down. It's just more and more and more and more. That's what it's doing to us. Everybody said, they want to run and get their head and stick it in the sand, but I don't. I think, in my opinion, you need to be very aware of what's headed down the pike in the future. I'm gonna have to go. I think it's gonna start sprinkling rain. And but anyway, nice for you guys to drop by. And I don't know how long I've been on, but I want you guys to think about what I've seen. And I don't think I'd be afraid of AI, but I think I'd be aware of AI. I'll talk to you guys later.